We really need to do something with this.
Don't break it with a pickaxe.
Break it with a pickaxe?
No, don't break it with a pickaxe. We've been there. You tried that.
Stick
it
it in
work.
a cardboard box and move it.
Oh, God, don't try that either. Leave the nuclear waste alone.
Well, this is becoming a problem, alright?
It is only a third of the way full.
You gotta get that shit dealt with.
Yeah, well,
but today is all about paintballs.
You need to play with your balls today.
Mm-hmm. Which means we need a new process area, so let's see, where's some stone blocks? We need some stony blocks. There's some stony blocks. You missed. Because we need to make magenta paintballs. The only way to get magenta paintballs is by crushing chromatic singularities, and we can just make them. Which I'm perfectly fine with doing that way.
Didn't we make paintballs like 100 episodes ago?
Crusher. So we need a crusher. That will take the chromatic balls and turn them into magenta paintballs. Mm-hmm. So we need chromatic singularities. If you look into the paint machine, it takes 128 millibuckets of pigment of whatever color with the quantum entangled singularity. The pigment extractor taking a dye makes 256 millibuckets. Mm-hmm. Meaning that one dye would be 2, basically. Mm-hmm. So that would be the more optimal way to do it. But we can't do it that way right now. Because to get the paint machine and pigment extractor, we need an advanced electric pump. I don't know why it's advanced. I don't know what it is. It's an extra thing. But to get that, we need thermonuclear alloy, and to get that, we need enriched thermonuclear. That's a whole thing with molten thermonuclear and lava and superheated sodium and freaking netherite.
We have superheated sodium.
Yeah, we haven't set up the pressure reactor to make the thermonuclear yet. And yes, we have superheated sodium, and we're currently using it to do that. So we need to open up our closed loop, divert some of it out, and feed in more regular sodium. So I'm not taking anything out of that line without a feed line.
That's true.
Screw that. They said that's a whole nother ordeal. We're not dealing with it right now.
We have,
honestly,
endless black dye that we're tossing. Do we really care?
I really care.
We have bones coming out of strange orifices that we can turn into white dye.
So we can use a combiner to be able to take the entangled singularity and combine it with a black dye, and that will make 1. So basically the paint route would be a way to double the efficiency of the dye, so we're not eating as much of it, but right now we don't really care. Like we said, I will come down here and adjust it later, just because I fucking could. So we need the quantum entangled singularity, which we need in a metallurgical infuser, the singularities, which we're making on moss up top, so that shouldn't be a problem. If it is, we'll fucking figure out something. I'm not sure how we're going to fix that anymore. But that also means we need preserved explosives, which means we need preserved explosives, which is TNT in a reaction chamber to make preserved explosives.
Do I have to make another reaction chamber?
No. And TNT is just TNT. There's no alternative recipe.
Yeah, we got tons of that upstairs.
Well, I was gonna just tell the system to make shit and shove it in there because we got plenty of it in the system ready to go. It'd be fine. So pretty much, I need to do TNT
Dynamite.
recipe. That is going to go into here. Then we're going to code down here to the reaction chamber array. And the water one. So one's water. This one's water. Okay, so this one, we're going to give it a recipe to take TNT and turn it into preserved explosives. That's going to be its job. It's going to make the preserved explosives. And then if we come back here, somebody's supposed to be hooking up power lines. For some reason, it's not done so yet.
I was looking at something for a minute. Are we going to set up a table for doing the crushing wheels? Or are we planning on just taking them from upstairs?
Well, for now, I was thinking just feed Singularities as it is, see how it handles it. Probably like fucking shit. But, and then the idea eventually was going to be that we would end up just taking fucking, setting up more tables down here or something. Make more of them.
Because you can make the wheels in the yellow advanced table?
Yep. That's one of the ways we're doing it up there already.
And you can feed them into a crusher to make the singularity. Is that what you're doing here? In this crusher?
No. Right now, this is just the paintballs. This is nothing else.
Okay.
There's not any support system for it. It's just what we need to do to make the fucking paintball. Okay, so tier 1s, all the upgrades, those will be in there. Now the infuser, I'm going to need some exports, imports. We don't have any calculations. Son of a bitch. Like, have none at all. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Said again, it's because of paintballs. It's trying to currently fill this up, so it's not keeping paintballs within the system to do the thing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It doesn't. Okay, it's not doing that one because that box is full. It's not doing the gold one because the wafers are going to the diamond one. We're out of wafers up here. This is such a fucking ordeal. What do you think is broken now? It's because we don't have sand, because the sand is based on the fucking crusher box. We went over this. Fucking hell. I'm gonna give you motherfucking shit, bitch. No, it's not. No, they're not. No, it's trying to feed the fucking system in the basement. It's trying to feed the calculations. These got all empty. Still trying to fix the fucking math issue. Alright, so we're gonna export preserved explosives. Need accelerators in my crafter. Craft them when you need them, do it quickly. That should make sure that that stays full of preserved explosives. Extra slot, we'll put to the top. The whole idea of this is that we are going to get the singularities put into the top of this. Singularities, system already knows where they are. I'll stick a crafting card in there just for the shits and giggles, so you can teach the system later. And you get that plugged in. That is now working. So we now have a bunch of quantum entangles. You will be outputting those into the combiner. The combiner needs an export bus set to die. Do it quickly. to extra output on. That makes those. That now makes magenta paintballs. Magenta paintballs get shoved into the box. What's wrong with the combiner? We never fucking put them in this system. Son of a bitch. Alright. Well, bring a cable. Where are you going? Okay, you do know there's a cable right beside the elevator shaft, right? It's right there. Usual reason. Yeah, there's 1,000 smart cables in the fucking system. So we need a storage bus. Okay, first off, would you please not fucking do that? Randomly plug shit in without me setting the damn filter. You're going to end up with the damn thing full of fucking every random bullshit we got. And no, we can't see it right now. Yeah, you didn't put a P2P on it. Okay, now I can see the die. Get that out of there. Okay, we now have a way to make a whole lot of paintballs. So now we need a storage bus on this. The system will see it. Well, there you go. Okay, so now that the system can see and have access to all kinds of paintballs, hey look, this is now working. Imagine that. Huh. What? It's fine. It's fine. Just need a second. So, I just noticed something. We might be needing to not do what we just did. Well, because simply put, a chromatic singularity used for infusion makes 80 waste. And like a magenta paintball makes 10. Well, if we wanted to back this up a step, we could not crush them and just literally store chromatic singularities down here and then tell that to go ahead and take them. And then that would technically be more efficient because we're only getting 3 out of each one, so we're only getting 30 instead of 80 per ball. So be... yes. And once we make it so, you know, this ain't sitting here just eating fucking paintballs down here, then it won't be that big of a problem anymore. So now we tell that to store singularities. Then I come down here, yes. And instead of it wanting to export magenta balls from up top, tell it to instead export chromatic singularities from over there. That'll make a whole lot more waste. See, now it's full of waste. So now we can also take those chromatic singularities and put them back into these balls if we needed them for the compound up here to do what it needs to do. Right now, that's not a problem. But we could do it if we needed to. Also, something just ate the fuck out of the waste tank. What did you do? What are you doing? Because you realize those are just going to go bypassing that whole thing and just go to the drawer over there. Fucking Nimrod. Dumbass. Well, that right there is the other thing we could do. Is we could have the system dump them up into here, so we bypass the explosion chamber if we wanted to. The only issue with that being that eventually it would end up overflowing, well, say eventually, in about 5 seconds it would end up overflowing the waste tank. And we would just end up with paintballs stacked up over here. It's a feature. Should have calculations going again. Hmm? We're still out of zeros and threes right now. I guess is your dumbass was in charge of hooking these all up, and you somehow managed to. I know it does say 7.3. Alright, we're just out of zeros at the moment. Zero is 0 and 8. Where's the zero going? No, they're doing something over here. Three minus one, that's just doing a bunch of twos. 8 minus 8 is making zeros. That's why we don't have any fucking 8s. So where the fuck? So where the fuck are the zeros going? They could not be coming over there that fucking quickly. Oh yeah. Forgot about that. Okay, they could be coming over here that fucking much. They're being made into ones. So the issue is the one drawer. Once the one drawer fills up, then we'll be in business. Just waiting on this guy to be full. Yeah, well, that's what we're waiting on. Once that happens, then we should be in business. You know, after it makes enough zeros to fill up all of this and do all the things and everything like that. What? Yes. It's annoying, I know. Yep. Made it. Because I don't do Discord, you're supposed to do your straight link.
Yes, somehow I bumped it, jackass.